Hey guys, so as we all know, we're going through a very bad pandemic at the moment. It's changed everyone's daily life in some way or another, and I know we all just wish it was something that would end rather quickly. That way we can get our life back to being normal. For me personally, the pandemic hasn't really changed my life up that much. Just really only a few things in my life have changed. But for me, life has been pretty normal from what it used to be before the virus. One of the things that this pandemic has affected about my life is my work. Uh, my job was deemed an essential business, and I work at Mead Lumber. So, with that being, uh, with that happening, it's been quite a bit more busy than what he usually is, ever since the stay-at-home order was issued. So, with it being busy, I've had to work more hours, and with all the people going in, I've obviously been more learned to be more vigilant. I've learned to be more aware of my surroundings, and I've been following the protocols, wearing the masks, wearing the gloves, washing my hands, keeping my distance. I've been I've learned all that, and that's one of the things that this virus has affected in both a positive and somewhat a negative way. But with this being happening, obviously friends and family are also affected. For example, I had asked my girlfriend what was the biggest thing that this virus has affected about her life. And she said that obviously she's going to miss out on being able to walk for her graduation. She's going to miss out on her last senior prom. And one of the biggest things is she won't be able to really see a lot of her old childhood friends she grew up with over the years, as a lot of them are going to go off to college. So seeing them at graduation, seeing them at prom, would have been one of the last moments that would be able to see them. And as well, my family has been affected. For example, I haven't really been able to see my grandparents as much as I'd like to see them in person. I'm around people all day, so I've had to compromise by FaceTiming them, calling them, and it's been a little bit of a struggle, but overall, we've been able to make it work, and that's a thing that this pandemic has really affected about my life. And I feel like that the biggest thing that this pandemic has really affected is obviously my school life. We all know that, we're all taking online courses right now, and I'm sure many of you guys can relate with me that the transition to online courses has been pretty tough. I'm more of a in-person, in-class type learner. Online courses for me have been a struggle. Obviously, I'm a big procrastinator sometimes, so that's not the best thing to do with online courses. And I've been learning to try and better my time management. That way, I don't procrastinate. And that's something that this virus has shown me in a positive way to learn my time management and learn new ways of being able to learn subjects. But with all this negativity going around with the pandemic, there is still lots of hope. And according to an article that I found by Richard Trenholm of CNET.com, there is lots of positivity that's also going around with this pandemic. For example, countries like China and Taiwan have been able to slow the spread of the virus by using extreme lockdown measures. And also, a cure is also being rapidly researched. Obviously, it's going to take months, probably even years, but the thing is, research is being done already. It's being fast tracked, and that's a great positive, hopeful insight for the future. And I know that everybody's seen it can be deadly. This virus can be deadly. We've all seen how many people have died, but there's also been thousands upon thousands of people who have also recovered, as according to CNET.com in the article. More than 300,000 people worldwide have been able to recover from the virus. So as much as that is deadly, there's also still lots of hope, as your chances of recovering outweigh the chances of the virus being fatal to you. So that's a great hopeful thing to grasp onto. But yes, overall, the COVID 19 pandemic, it really has affected so many people's lives. And it is an event that the world is going through together. And together we will get through this just as we have in the past times. We all just have to be hopeful, we all have to be vigilant, and we all should just have the patience that this will all end soon, and we will all have our lives back to being normal just as it was before the virus.